Hey, friends of the earth, this is Waylon Lewis. I'm live on Instagram and Facebook, and I hope you're all doing super well. It's a nice hot day here in Boulder, Colorado, and my hair was nice and neat, and now it's crazy, so welcome to my crazy hair. So I wanted to talk today about something that is rapidly unfolding in the US. Europe has been far more all over this. They call it GAFAM, Google, Apple, Facebook, Amazon, Microsoft. There's a couple other companies people sometimes include. But we here in America, and you may be from around the world, may be more aware of this, but we here in America have been kind of asleep to this, which is that Google and Amazon and Facebook, and remember Google owns YouTube, Facebook owns Amazon, have rapidly sucked media dry. Now, the Republicans love to hate media. Progressives love to hate on media. Everyone loves to punch media in the face because it's sort of like easy to blame. But remember that media includes good journalism. And without journalism, we can't really have a democracy. As Thomas Jefferson said, as many people have observed, without an informed, active citizenry, that's you, that's me, like we're seeing in Hong Kong with these protests, like we're seeing in Puerto Rico with these protests, we can't have a living democracy. We can't have freedom. So if you care about freedom or democracy, liberty, independence, if you care about corporations not being able to take over and rule our lives, if you care about government not being able to take over and rule our lives, if you care about technology not being able to completely take over and rule our lives, then you gotta care about journalism, because journalism is called the watchdog of government, the watchdog of corporations. So very quickly, Lash and Row has a fantastic suggestion. You can use DuckDuckGo for internet search. You can use Firefox, Mozilla, which is amazing and actually respects your privacy. So there's a lot of tools you can use. And they're all, no, I said Facebook, sorry, Philip, if I misstated, but Facebook owns Instagram. Amazon definitely is not owned by Facebook. But so what I was saying is Facebook, Google, and Amazon combined now make 80 to 90% of all ad dollars online that are spent that used to go to media. So journalism is being sucked dry and is going away. So what can we do about it? Someone already suggested using DuckDuckGo. I love using Mozilla Firefox as your browser. They actually, again, respect your rights. But even beyond that, buying a newspaper, not a crappy newsletter, a newspaper that practices journalism. Republicans, again, love to criticize New York Times. And overall, the New York Times on their editorial page, their opinion page, are liberal. But they will have Mitt Romney. They will have conservatives. And their journalism is basically like science. It takes an investigative point of view, and it will correct itself if it's wrong, which it sometimes is, like about the Iraq War and WMD. So journalism is a really fantastic thing. It's not perfect. Human beings are not perfect. I'm pretty sure nothing on this world is perfect. In this world is perfect. But it can be well-intentioned and it can be skillful. So journalism, please invest in journalism. Please subscribe to journalism. This is not a plug for Elephant. I don't consider that most of what we do is good journalism. This is a plug to subscribe to New York Times. The New Yorker just did a fantastic article on the Me Too movement and what's his face, the senator. So journalism has a tendency to go against the mob, to go against the lynch mob. It's incredibly powerful. It's incredibly scary to go against the mob at any time. Quality journalism set off the Me Too movement. Obviously, individuals and activists were incredibly skillful in that, but New Yorker, New York Times, they invested like 10 years in exposing Harvey Weinstein, which helped set off that movement. And so that's really it. It's a very short one today, just saying Google and Facebook are not your friends. Instagram and YouTube are not your friends. You can use them, but don't let yourself be used by them. Use independent search. Some search will donate to environmental causes or to activist causes. Some search will donate to other good things. There's really cool companies out there, but none of them, you're not finding any of them. Oh, a couple other good little tips. You're not finding them because Google may not show them to you. So Google is not a fair window. It's not a clear window into the internet. It's a window that is designed to make the money. That's why when you search, say, I'm a fan of Elizabeth Warren or Beto O'Rourke, you search them, you'll first see Google results at the top. I'm not talking about results from Google to other sites. I'm saying Google will take results out of sites and drop it into Google, and you can literally find the answer. Like search, what's the difference between, climate change and blah, blah, blah. Search whatever you want, and you'll find results within Google that keep you within Google. Facebook does this exact same thing. Elephant has invested thousands of hours. Chocolate, one of my favorites. Good to see you. Yeah, so DuckDuckGo is a great search engine that I use, but there are other search engines, I can't remember the name, I haven't used them yet, but that donate to environmental issues. You can Google them, ironically, or use DuckDuckGo, and then install them in your computer. And DuckDuckGo is a good one because it's big enough that it actually works pretty well, and it protects your privacy. And as a browser, like Chrome or Safari or whatever, I love Mozilla Firefox above all. So don't let the man control your whole life, right? We love convenience, but we also want to live in a fair, equal, decent society, right? So to help build that society, you can use Facebook, you can use Amazon, you can use whatever. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I can't, I don't have that power, but don't let yourself be used by it. So try to use it minimally. And so I was saying the top results in Google, skip those and actually go to the blogs that came up with that information. Because if you starve those blogs or those newsletters or newspapers, journalistic outfits, they'll go out of business, and then Google will have no real news. And you can see that already happening. In Myanmar, they had lynch mobs literally killing people because of Facebook or WhatsApp rumors. Facebook also owns WhatsApp. So instead of going off of real news, people are starting to go off social media rumors. This happened around the Boston bombing on Reddit. So that's it. Just try to be mindful in how you use the internet, or the internet will use you. Big love to everybody. And if there's any comments, I'm happy to reply. Looking forward to ideas for supporting objective journalism. Yeah, so I mean, I subscribe to New Yorker, New York Times, Vanity Fair, which does some crappy journalism and does some great journalism. The most important thing is not what you subscribe to, as long as it's good journalism overall, but knowing within you to have the critical intelligence to see whether it's a decent journalistic outfit. And I know all the hipster, like, revolutionaries among us want to say, I'm subscribing to this edgy conspiracy blog, and that's the true truth. But if you want to be a true revolutionary, it's not believing the earth is flat or that climate change doesn't exist. It's supporting truth against the man. And right now, the man are these big, as I said in the beginning, the big companies that Europe calls GAFAM: Google, Apple, Facebook, Amazon, Microsoft. I think there's a couple others that sometimes go into that mix. So that's really it. And if you do love Elephant, we don't particularly do journalism, but we do personal stories. We do helpful life advice, hopefully. You can subscribe if you like to Elephant. And if you don't want to subscribe to Elephant, I don't blame you. Subscribe to our newsletter. That's our best stuff, and it's free. elephantjournal.com/best. And it's best because it's our best stuff. Lisa Crosby says she usually checks BBC, PBS. A lot of these public funded corporations are fantastic. Any other suggestions for who to subscribe to? Don't worry, I'll disagree with you probably very quickly. But I loved Philip's correction. I loved someone else had a great point. Oh, Randa is an Elephant subscriber. Thank you. Looking forward to ideas for supporting objective journalism. So it's not that journalism is objective. It will say climate change is a thing. It won't say climate change is a thing, but maybe it's not. Truth can have a point of view. Like if you saw that movie exposing the sexual abuse in the Catholic Church, right? True truth can have a point to it, like a point of an arrow or a point of a spear, but it needs to be open-minded and be willing to correct itself. Lasha said, NPR, fantastic, yes. PBS, and remember, you can trust them overall, but you always keep your critical intelligence. Okay, thank you so much, folks, and please support a kinder, fairer, more informed society wherever you are.